Big question in Legend ZA will how many Mega Evolutions will we get? But everyone has their reasons for good ones. This is kind of the opposite, kind of, except for the first one. I'm going to be listing 8 Mega Evolutions that aren't probably going to be in ZA, but probably should. I'm going to do one for each region through Kalos, and the last two are just extras from any region I can do. We're only doing 1 through 6 generations because when Kalos is in. So let's just get to the video. And the first one I had some options. I wanted to do a poison or water type since in Gen 1 there's a lot of Pokemon that hasn't got anything from that. I was going to do Starmie, but that's one that everyone's going to say, and like, for this video I'm not doing one that everyone says, like Dragonite. Dragonite was one that was said a lot, and it's getting a Mega now. So this video is specifically for ones that should not, that probably won't, but other than the first one, it kind of might. I was going to do Starmie, but it's the one that said. Another one I was going to do was Cloyster, but the reason I did that, it might be too broken. Skillink, it has great defense. It's already a pretty good Pokemon. Shouldn't really get anything else. I was going to do Victory Bell. That was the option that first came up, because it's like one of the OG Team Rocket Pokemon, until I thought of the other. That's actually the true OG, not Johto's Adventures. Which is why I decided to do a Mega Arbok for a few reasons. Number one, Arbok needs to be a Dark type. Like, it's a mean Pokemon. That's the whole thing about the Dark type. The second reasoning is not really a reasoning that they should do it, but like, actually, now that I think about it, Mega Arbok could actually be in the game. Like, when I saw the trailer, I thought my dumb prediction was actually coming true, because in every single game, Mega Evolution is the main concept. There's been a Pokemon that's gone. The evil team's always had a Mega. Lysander had Mega Gyarados. Team Aqua and Team Magma had Sharpedo and Camerupt. Those are really the only options, but those are the only games that have truly had Megas that you're supposed to be using. Like, Let's Go, yeah, had Megas, but it wasn't the whole concept. Like, it wasn't a big thing in the plot. And Sun and Moon, well, you didn't get those to post game. But even in Ultra Sun and Moon, Giovanni used the Mega Mewtwo. So, if the evil team leader who looks like it uses an Arbok, it could well be Mega Evolved, which is the only smart one, but I had this idea for a month to do. I never got to it. Now, Mega Arbok, I think, should do two things. It should have a skull on its hood, like, it's a cobra. It should have poison dripping out of its mouth, because there's not enough poison types that do that. There's not even a single one. But I think this other thing is just something for me to make fun of the anime from a long time ago. So here's the thing. There was a dumb answer that the Pokemon anime, a place that the anime made a dumb decision to do Pokemon quizzes. Now, this doesn't sound dumb until they realize that they made themselves look like idiots. In one of the episodes, I don't remember which one, it was a Pokemon quiz and said, what does Arbok evolve to? Number 1, Arbok does not evolve. It's the final evolution of Ekans, it does not evolve again. And they said it was Seviper, Seviper doesn't evolve at all. Now, I think this Mega Evolution could make the Pokemon Company look a little bit smarter, but to be fair, this idea is 30 years old. I think Mega Arbok should have that, like, front that I said, but the back of its tail looks more like the Seviper's, and the next entry will clearly state that this is the reason why some people thought Arbok evolved from Seviper, because there's like a mysterious one wild Mega Arbok that's been seen everywhere, that when they saw it, they thought it might actually evolve at some point. And it'd make them look smarter, but they're still idiots. Like, you're the Pokemon anime. How do you not understand your own game that you're animating? But as soon as that's our first Kanto one, and I don't think I'm doing any others for Kanto. I already have my 2 decided, and we're just moving on. Number 2, now we go to Johto, and there's a lot of Pokemon I can do, but there's also a lot that everyone's gonna say. Skarmory, Magcargo. One I would like is Ladian, just because it's a weak bug that could be stronger, and that should be what Mega Evolutions is. Weak Pokemon that get stronger that were not strong. Now, Ladian is a Power Ranger ladybug. I'll state it that way. It looks like a Power Ranger and it's a ladybug. So how do you make a Mega Ladian? You make it a Mechazoid. That's literally the idea I have. Making Ladian into the Mechazoid and like making it. It could go either two ways. It could be like the head of it sticking out of the Mechazoid, or it could be like riding on a giant Mecha Ladybug. Either way, it's a great idea. Like, it's an idea that's good for what it is, and I would like Ariados more because I like Ariados. Ariados has a lot of stuff. Like, doesn't have a lot of stuff for it, but I have had a lot of ideas, and all of them are like making it on a web because it's a fighter. But Ladian's the second one. The third one is one that I don't really want, and I don't have the greatest idea for, but it's not even doing its purpose anymore. Okay, I'm just going to explain this. ORAS was the first game to release new Mega Evolutions when they weren't exactly new thing. It's still X and Y era, but they were the only other game to do Mega Evolutions, and they had more than X and Y. And after you face Team Magma and Team Aqua, like you start facing Mega Evolutions a lot, especially for a lot of important trainers. Like your starter uses the Mega of their starter. Steven uses Mega Metagross. Zinnia, who is a person in the Delta episode, uses Mega Salamence. Even the evil team leaders, like I said, but also the evil team admins that you fight in the post game also have Megas. And so does Wally, who has a Mega Glade. But out of all of them, other than Elite Four, which uses them in post game, there's one trainer that is a big post game battle that doesn't have a Mega Evolution because its Ace never does. Wallace is, if you don't know, Wallace is the champion of Emerald, which was the first game after Ruby and Sapphire to be based off Hoenn. He's the champion. Steven's no longer, and his predecessor Juan is the gym leader. He's normally the gym leader. Now, if you were to say you just have a gym leader battle with him in that game, he shouldn't use a Mega, but you actually face his champion team, which is completely different in the post game. But his Ace never Mega evolved, which I heard a lot of stories that it was actually supposed to Mega evolve, but they never had enough time to make it Mega, and that's Mega Milotic. This sickens me in Hoenn's Mega Evolution era because it's literally a former champion, or maybe a champion. I don't know how that timeline works. And it doesn't use Mega Evolution. Like, he doesn't use it. He doesn't even use a Mega Gyarados, which he has a Gyarados. I feel like they should do a Megalotic. Now, the only design I have for it is to make it what it is and make it more, I don't want to say beautiful because that sounds weird, but like more majestic, like a Queen of the Sea, because that's kind of its whole thing with evolving. It's an ugly fish. It turns into a bright, supposed to be beautiful serpent. I'm not going to say beautiful because that sounds weird, but that's kind of the thing. It's supposed to be beauty that came from ugly. Now, the only way I think about it is making it the actual Queen of the Sea. Making it look more beautiful, I guess. I hate saying that word. What's a different word I put in here? Elegant. That's a better word. Make it more elegant and fancy. That's the only thing I see for it, but the only reason I want this thing, like, I could use any other Mega Evolution, like Flagon, but that's mostly used. But the reason I want Mega Milotic is to hope, even though it's not going to fix Wallace's Ace, like now, it's been 10 years, it can at least fix it in the next Hoenn remakes, especially when it's going to be Emerald in the next Hoenn remakes, when they ever get them. It's probably going to be 10 years from now, I don't know. Probably when Kanto has its 5th remake. I don't know. I just think they need to make sure next time in Hoenn they can give him a Mega Milotic. Now, Sinnoh is a very tricky question. Like, there's a lot of Sinnoh is one of the regions that didn't get many Mega Evolutions, along with, it's actually the second least tied in the Tide releases, Unova and Colossal have a lot of things to go through in those videos, or in that chapter. Now, I would love to do Bastiodon and Rampardos because I don't like what they look like. But, like, it wastes an extra spot. I don't really want to do it. Just kidding. I'm actually doing them. I hate how these dinosaurs look. And, the reason I want to fix them is because I love Rampardos, and, like, dinosaurs were one of my favorite things as a kid, but they don't look like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are based on. I'm going to show you Bastiodon for a second in this book. First. Yeah, that's not Triceratops. That's a snowplow with legs. It literally does not look like a Triceratops at all, and that's what it's based off of. So, that's the reason why I want to fix it. And Rampardos. Because Rampardos could have been my favorite fossil Pokemon of all time, but because I love Stitchomolus, it's my favorite dinosaur. But it just doesn't look like it. Might be just because it's too big, but it could be anything. Now, here's the thing. To make it more like the Triceratopsian look, there's a weird stuff, but I actually have a decent Dex entry that can fix it. Like, if you read Mega Aerodactyl Dex entry, Ultra Sun and Moon, it says how it truly looks like that instead of regular Aerodactyl. So let's say the fossil machine isn't perfect. Like, obviously you need those monsters in the Galar. It's not perfect. Let's say the iron, like its fossil was around. If fossil wasn't around a bunch of iron, and like maybe some of the fossil turned into iron because of it, and because the fossil machine has the DNA of iron in it, it kind of mixes the two up, and it covers up its face with iron, and like its face can't actually be shown. And yeah, it might. I don't know if it would hurt or not. I feel like it would hurt it if that was the case. But it makes its face without its shield on into a round shield instead of showing its Triceratopsian face. And with Bastiodon, it literally compacts it into a flat wall. But thanks to, but let's just say Mega Evolution can fix that. It gives it enough power to break through the iron and makes its face, and makes it show its true dormant face. Because I don't like how these things look. And let's say its horns that it truly hasn't been hidden are literally made of iron. Like iron sharpened horns. And its throat has sharp edged iron on it. Steel. And its face is literally busted through the wall that's literally covering it. And that's literally, and because it doesn't do that, because of the power of Mega Evolution, the Mega Evolution power is able to finally make it break through and show its true face. And to make it interesting, because these are fossil Pokemon that I would like better if it looked more like it, let's give it a signature move. I already thought of one. It's called Iron 3, or what it's called. It's called Iron Spears. Basically, it's a 3-hit move that does 40 damage each. So it does 120 damage. It's a steel type move, and it's 100% accurate. I think that's the way to fix it and make it like every single fossil Pokemon looks better than this. Even the mistakes look better than it, because they're supposed to be mistakes. Bastiodon and Rampardos aren't supposed to be mistakes, and that's how I fixed it. I'll get to Rampardos soon, but not yet, because it's an extra. But now we go to Unova, which, if we're counting after the slide presents, there's only one Mega Evolution for Unova, and it's a kind of terrible Pokemon. Ardeano. Like, it's only been good in the TCG, and that's it. So we have a lot of options for my favorite region now. If I said Emboar, that's obviously going to happen. It's a starter. But I want to do, for Unova specifically, I want to do ones that are actually shown in at least one trailer. And I was going to do Crocodile, but there's one reason I'm not doing it, even though I think it could happen a little bit. That's because for Alligator, is in the game. They're not going to make 2 Mega Evolution Crocodiles. I don't think. I hope they do. Because I like Crocodile. Cool, dark, land Crocodile. But I doubt it's going to happen. Now, if I show other Pokemon that Trail Let's Play, that's from Unova, there's one I think could get more powerful and is cool. Litwick. Well, not Litwick itself, Chandelure. Now, I really like Chandelure. Let me just show you some stuff. This. MNJ TV, I am coming for that lamp. But anyways, I really like Chandelure. I have a shiny one named Nightlight. It's a cool fire ghost Chandelure with 2 arms that literally capture souls. But how do you make that more powerful? Yeah, I think I found a way to make it more powerful. Not just give it 4 arms, but make it like this is Litwick. It's the pre-evolution. Make parts of it like small melted Litwicks all over the arms of it, where the big flames aren't, and they glow the same color. Now, if you're saying what the shiny is going to be, the shiny is going to be blue and red. Like, it's going to be like Litwick shiny combined with Chandelure, if it's Megas. I also think it should be Fire Ghost. I still think it should be Fire Ghost type because it's Chandelure, but I wouldn't be able to use it. I already decided to use 2 Pokemon in that game. Tepig, and I'll say the other one later, but we're just gonna, for the fact that I won't be using it in my first playthrough. If it gets a Mega, rest in peace. But I think it should get a Mega. It's one of the cool Unova Pokemon. Even Unite thinks it's cool and made it an operator, and to this day, we only have 3 Unite operators from Unova, so it's obviously cool enough to be a Mega Evolution, and people like it. I mean, I like it. I wouldn't have liked it if I didn't have a shiny. But now we go to the last region in the region that only has 1 Mega Evolution, and it's a mythical. I don't know why, but in Kalos, they didn't make any of the Mega Evolutions Kalos Pokemon. So we have a lot of options, other than Giantsy, which is the only one. Weird, but I don't know why. Now, I'm already going to say this. My Mega Evolution I think should happen is the only other Pokemon I'm using already guaranteed on my Z18. And that's Gourgeist. Since literally the game's been announced, even when I thought it was Snivy as a starter, not Tepig, when everyone thought it was, I was going to have Gourgeist on the team anyways. It's a fun jack-o'-lantern. It's like a haunted jack-o'-lantern, and that's cool. And I never used one before because I never played Kalos. It was the period before when I got my first Pokemon game, I really got addicted to Pokemon. Black and White was my first Pokemon game. I really got addicted because of Sun and Moon. So I never got to play Kalos or Oras. But Gourgeist I've always liked. Team Rocket used one in the anime. It's a cool, fun jack-o'-lantern dude. And it becomes bigger and more haunted. Like, it's literally a Halloween Pokemon. If you had to make a mascot for Halloween, it would be Gourgeist. The Halloween fun jack-o'-lantern. Now, how do we make this a Mega Evolution? I think there's only one way, and it might ruin my Mega Evolution fun with it. But I think it should actually have Purple Fire on it. Now, Purple Fire will help it make it still Ghost type. I don't want to be, if it was earlier, I would have wanted a Grass Fire, but Tepig's a starter, and not quitting Tepig, so I wouldn't Mega Evolve it. But we make it a glowing purple light inside of the jack-o'-lantern. Make it a little bit bigger. Or maybe not make it bigger at all. It's pretty big for a jack-o'-lantern. So, that is, I literally like Gourgeist, and I don't want it to be, I want it to be good, but I don't want it to be Fire Grass, because I'm using a Fire Grass type. I'm already using a Fire type, and we don't even know what its typing is going to be yet. It could be, its secondary typing could be a new regional form, or anything. Now, now we go through the bonuses. You already know one of them because I said it earlier in the video, Rampardos. Now, I don't know how exactly. I think we're going to have the same story of why it doesn't look like it's supposed to be. be a Mega Evolution. Let's just say it was turned to stone and like it made it have a stony big body. We're gonna make it a little bit thinner because it's too big. But I also feel like it's not going to be good enough because of it being just rock type. Well, Bastion being rock steel. So we're gonna give this a new typing, and thanks to this typing, by what it's gonna look like. It's gonna have where the dome is right now, which is, I'll show you it for a second. Dang it. Ram. Where's Rampardos at? I have in this book. See that dome right there? See that dome right there? Let's say under it, because of the rocky and Mega Evolution helps break some of that crust on it. Earth's crust, not weird stuff. It has a psychic, like a orb, like I don't know how to explain, like one of those orbs that you see at Psychic's table. I can't remember the name of those orbs, but like that's what's on its head, and it looks more like a Stygimoloch. Its Dex entry is going to state how it used to be rock psychic type, and how it shared information with each other by ramming each other's heads to each other to share information, kind of like how Reuniclus holds hands with each other to share information. Or I think it's one of those Pokemon do, psychic. And that's how it shared information, but it got really dull when it got returned to the world because its psychic dome, was covered up with crust. Rock crust, not weird stuff. And let's just say it was covered and they got dull as it grew into the new world. Or it just got dull because of its orb not being there. And thanks to it being there, they're able to share information again, share everything they know, learn everything, and they're able to be one of the best Pokemon ever. Now, we're going to give this the Rock Psychic type, obviously, but the problem with it is, being Rock Psychic is I don't think it learns any Psychic moves. So we're going to give it, instead of Headbutt, and give it a set like Bastiodon, a signature move. But this one's going to be Rock type. It's going to be a Rock type move, like it's going to be called Stone Age Headbutt. Basically, a headbutt that's able to create, flinched, able to make you flinch, but it also breaks through light screen and reflect, which not many moves can right now. Now we only got one more Pokemon left, and I think it has to be Unova, because I like Unova. And I think out of all of them that was shown in the trailer, other than Crocodile, there's only one I want to be it. Hope. And that's Emova. Now everyone hates Emova, not because it's bad design or anything, it's because it's annoying. The main thing about Emova being bad is it's annoying with Double Team and sets up and can't really be super effective enough. Now this ability that I'm giving it, obviously we're going to make it look like a superhero, because it's already supposed to be one. We give it a bigger cape and we give it a mask. Now, to fix a Pokemon to be annoying, I don't think the way to do it is to make it worse. Like, don't make it learn Double Team. We make it better, but in a different way. So we're gonna give it a new ability. I don't know what it's gonna be called yet. Like, I want it to be something with nut because it's a flying squirrel. And I just remember watching Desbug as a kid, just going, when he gets the squirrel power up in Mario, going, I can be the nut person. So I want it would be like called Nutty Powers maybe. But its ability will make its only attacking, go first, and we get rid of most of its speed stat. Now, that will help not be able to use Double Team anymore. With a bad speed stat and not being able, and having a better attack stat that you can attack first with, there won't be that many reasons to use Double Team, but it's also not going to be that powerful to really be that broken. It has that move, it has that ability to get rid of the annoyance of Double Team. It'll be slower than everything with Double Team, and get hit and could get hit super effectively, so you'd rather hit it with an electrical flying move. And obviously, this is it. Those are my 8 Pokemon that I hope gets to ZA. I hope you watch this video, and I want you all to have a great day. I need a drink because I'm tired. My mouth's tired. Bye.